Swadika, this is your host Kusumayo Thasmut and welcome to Thailand Today. Myanmar has for the last decade been the wild west for Thai investors and businessmen looking to tap its vast resources and 54 million people. The Wide Special Economic Zone project was touted as the largest investment project in modern Myanmar history. The project was agreed in 2008 and initially works started in 2010 only to be turned on and off on countless occasions. An unexpected breakthrough came in June this year as Japan, Myanmar and Thailand agreed on a joint venture to develop Thailland. Shortly afterwards, a Thai company announced a first power generation plant is up and providing Thailand with much needed power supply. Thailand Today will discuss with Kun Upakit Pacharyangkoon. He is the chairman of Andaman Power and Utility Company Limited or APU about its electricity investment in Myanmar and commercial opportunities in Thailand and Myanmar. Please welcome Kun Upakit Pacharyangkoon. He is the chairman of the Andaman Power and Utility Company Limited. Swadika.
Swadika.
Welcome to Thailand today, sir.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm glad to be here.
Thank you very much. Well, I would love to start off with congratulations with your company to be in the country like Myanmar.
Well, thank you very much. We are proud to be there, and we have accomplished quite a lot so far.
Before getting into it, to work and to be trusted by Myanmar authority is not an easy thing, sir.
Well, it takes lots of patience and trust. I'm one of the few Thais that invested in Myanmar for almost 18 years personally. So before this, I worked in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and I started off my business in Myanmar.
But why electricity and power? You are expert in that field.
First of all, I got the concession to distribute electricity in Tashilek and Shan area. Now it's been more than 10 years. So with this background and knowledge, I was visiting the Ware about 6 or 7 years ago. Yes.
So before we getting into that, we a little bit like to know more about that. Your business is just for this special economic zone only in Myanmar?
Yes, for Andaman Power and Utility Company. Andaman Power and Utility Company is a private Thai company which is founded by myself in the year 2012. So we studied and developed the power plant in the Ware for the 7 cities and the surrounding areas. Yes.
Is there any collaboration with anybody else or just you solely? The
basically,
company?
Me solely. I have a Myanmar partner also, and we work closely quite a lot. Yes.
So can we take it as a sample to other Thai to work with Myanmar? It's all right with generally?
Yes, I hope so. We hope to be an example of good cooperation between Thailand and Myanmar.
I think so, yeah. Yes. Now, let's come back to our, before getting into that, though, how about the history of the Andaman Power and Utility to invest, for the investment in Myanmar?
Well, first of all, it's a private Thai company and founded by myself in the year 2012. But I have to go back about 6 or 7 years ago where I went to the Ware for the first time. And of course, I got the chance to meet His Excellency U Miet Go, who is the Senior Minister of the Ware of Thailland Today government at the at that moment,
yeah.
and up till now actually, and he want to develop a power project there. So at that time it was very difficult because, as you know, that Myanmar was being economically sanctioned,
Of course.
and very difficult to get finance.
Yes.
And when he invited me to start the project, I sort of hesitated for quite a while. It took me almost a year, and then I went back and we start to study and develop a small project first, 50 megawatt. It was supposed to be with the power purchase agreement with the Thailland Today government, but later on it developed to be a much larger project. Yes.
The size of you are doing at the moment, is it sufficient to be used for all, or only in the part of the special zone, not to Thailand side?
Well, first of all, in the year 2013, I signed a memorandum of agreement with the Ministry of Electric Power for a 500 megawatt combined cycle power plant. And year 2013, we signed a memorandum of agreement with the Myanmar government to develop a 200 megawatt combined cycle power plant, which now we're in the process of negotiating the power purchase agreement, or the PPA. Yes.
In dealing with this, the APU secured a very important power production deal. So does mean that you are walking into the future also, not only Tuai, but any other?
Yes, we study, we try to look into other projects that are available. As you know, Myanmar still needs a lot of electricity. At the moment, they only have about 3,000 megawatts,
3,000 megawatts,
compared
yes.
to Thailand of 30,000 megawatts.
Yes.
So there's a lot more projects related to power plant and electricity still needed in Myanmar. Yes.
Is this called Thai company or Myanmar company?
It's a Thai company.
It's a Thai national company.
Right.
Wow.
We registered as a foreign company in Myanmar that we will receive the Myanmar Investment Commission's permit also.
So the financer, the backers of this project is mainly on Thai or yours, or Myanmar government?
Well, before, up to now, it's been financed by me through my profits from other companies. But in the future, as we build larger power plants, it will be probably financed by financial institutions. Yes.
The situation in Myanmar at the moment, is it in favor of invest in general? First, I'm not talking about this first, but in general, sir.
Well, in general, it's open quite a lot. As you know, that now they release the economic sanctions, and there's a big rush for foreign investments now.
Yeah, could see that everybody seems to be running to it.
Yes, yes.
So we are in a good position. You are in the good stand firmly.
Yes, like I told you earlier that I was there 6-7 years ago where nobody ever paid attention, and at that moment it was not known also whether the embargo would still be there, would be lifted or not. I couldn't find any finance. Nobody is interested, and therefore I set my foot ahead of everybody. Yes.
That does show the sincerity that you have towards them.
Yes.
I think they will not go anywhere else except to your company, I suppose.
Well, we promise what we do. We do what we say. We do what we promise. Yes.
Do we need to buy the electricity from them? We bought something from Laos or from Vietnam?
From both Laos and Myanmar, according to my knowledge. From Laos is usually hydro power.
Hydro power, yes.
Yes,
we got it
and
from them.
in Myanmar also hydro.
So yes, please.
In the special economic zone, now, as you know, that it's a project that is company formed by the two governments, Thailand, Myanmar, and Japan just joined. So now there will be lots of financial help from Japan. And also the Thai government allocated certain budget for the infrastructure as well.
It does mean that they need a lot of electricity to be used at this special zone.
Well, our company will soon provide about 30 megawatts for the usage of electricity in the special economic zone. Yes.
What is the future of this zone, of the wide special economic zone?
I think strategically it's very important because you can now have a special economic zone that you can transport all the goods from Thailand, and then through this economic zone and deep sea port, you can access the Andaman Sea straight to India, China, and the Arabic countries.
So we have to divide it into two parts. One is coming by Andaman Sea, which is stopping by to those countries, to those Arab countries, East Africa.
Yes.
On that's one side, and the other one by land. This is Thailand.
Yes, Thailand. You can access because they're building a highway from Phut Namron, Kanchanaburi to the Ware Strait.
It's done now. Because I went there like many months ago. It wasn't. Everything's still under construction.
It's still under construction, but in the future will be a proper highway. Yes.
It's going to be a hopeful place for.
Of course.
It's going to be good for Thailand. How it's going to be good to the country of Thailand once this economic zone being built and done?
First of all, we can access through shorter time. We don't need to go down to the peninsula now, and that saves a lot of time. And this special economic zone is already designated for all industries, whether upstream, downstream, or refineries. So it will be advantageous that all the goods and all the factories that are all located there can save time in transportation to the said areas that I mentioned.
Those are the community. I mean, the business community to be on that. How about the people around that? Do they get something? I mean, on our side, the Thai side, how do we get profited from these once opened? I mean, the people, villagers or people as a layman.
You mean from Thailand or Myanmar?
On the Thai side, on the border between the two countries.
Well, now I know that a lot of people are rushing to buy land.
Oh, really?
And of course, you can have related businesses along the way.
Oh, yes. Looks very bright.
Yes,
So where does the company get the natural gas feedstock from to generate in the way?
The company gets gas feedstock from Saudica. It's a new gas field that PTTEP invested, and 80% of the gas comes to Thailand, but 20% is used in Myanmar, and especially for this project.
So we are not in a very scarce position, because we've been talking, we're going to lose, energy will be lessened, gas will be down. You know, at the period of time we need to lower down our power usages. So once this happens in your hand, we need not be bothered about that, sir. For usages in our country.
For usages in Thailand, as you see that ECAT has been trying to develop other sources of energy, such as solar and whatnot, because gas is quite scarce, and PTTEP, from what I knew, is going to develop another gas field called M3, but this will have to be used within the country of Myanmar, because it's their national resource. They would like to...
It's not for sale.
Actually, they need to develop their country, and as I told you, that electricity there is still lacking. They only have about 3,000 megawatts at the moment. Yes.
To your experience with them, with Burma, and they're going to be AEC with us at the end of the year, do you think they are in a position a good position to move on, to be, I mean, at least some percentage like us, or I mean, you know,
well,
stability and...
Well, the whole
economically?
world now is focusing on Myanmar and its development towards democracy. And in December, there would be an election. But to talk about the overall, the country has a lot of abundant of natural resources, and this I think will help generate a lot of investment and income for the country. Yes.
So, but how possible? I don't know how much they have, but the way you said it. But how critical the power generation to the long-term future of the wide special economic zone?
Of course, power, electricity is the basic infrastructure for development, and electricity is very essential. So, as I told you earlier, that we will be starting to supply at least 30 megawatts for the construction of the special economic zone and the deep sea port. So, without electricity, you can't do much. Yes.
Of course, because that place only going to be only deep sea port, or the people living also.
It's designated for industrial estate, deep sea port, and related industries. It's, totaling about 400 square kilometers, something like that.
Why did they thought of this? I mean, the Myanmar. Why did they come into it and come to reality? Because it was a dream like.
Yes, actually, if you knew about the Klong Krot, yes, that people have been talking about that
Yes,
for
it's still
years
there.
since I was young until now. This sort of helps to, you can cut through Thailand to Myanmar directly, and you don't have to cross through the peninsula. So this is a great project. Actually, it was first, I think, proposed by a Thai company. Yes.
Very interesting.
Yes, Italian Thai development, and later on, because of the large funding, it became a project between the two countries, and now Japan has already joined, so it's 3 countries, 3 partners.
It's going to be big, it's going to be
Yes,
huge
yes,
for this
yes.
matter. But when you talk about cocoa and glass, that it won't be prosper. It'll be longing, like you said, when you were young until today.
Yes.
It's still stuck to the place. What is the problem actually?
No, because if you have to dig a big canal through the countries, it would be like dividing, you know. So with this, you don't need to do anything, just have highway access and other transportations. So it serves the same purpose.
So how do you see the APU's the contribution to the development of this the why it's easy?
Yes, first of
it's
all,
supporting.
we're very proud to be the first and the only power supplier there. And I was lucky because I was there quite some time ago. And actually this project was, the Myanmar government wanted to do it themselves. And from what I heard, they already prepared 10 years ago with the transmission line, transmission post, but something happened that the shipment of the power plant, it sunk. So, and it wasn't the correct timing, because at that time the Sorika wasn't discovered yet, Sorika gas field. Yes.
So how did they cover it? I mean, they found it how easily to find it? Because as a layman, I wouldn't know that.
You mean
because
about the gas?
The gas, yes.
Oh, it's PTTEP that went and invested.
That's Thai.
Yes,
PTT,
Thai,
Thai,
PTT,
NBT, yes.
Thai PTTEP invest billions. Yes.
So, but the more we talk, it will come to our problem in the end. But so now let me go on with the AEC. The AEC that we are approaching, though it's nothing much, but it's still something to deal with you also, that we are approaching in the end of the year. So you think how prosper it's going to be?
Well, first
your
of all,
opinion as a big businessman.
I think it's a good opportunity. Most of the AEC community will be integrated, and there should be more trading and integration between the peoples also. Yes.
Very interesting. So I've seen here. This is the time that you were having the MOU sign and everything here.
Yes.
Okay. So can you say more about this the projecting and all that? And I want you to show to the audience that how do you work on this matter? Yes.
First of all, I
Yes.
explained that in the year 2012,
Yes.
sorry, year 2013, we signed a 500 megawatt memorandum of understanding to develop a 500 megawatt combined cycle power plant, and this is the layout of our area, designated area for the power plant.
Yes, sir.
But because of the urgent need for the use of electricity, I built within 8 to 9 months a temporary 6 to 20 megawatt power plant in order to distribute electricity to the Ware and the surrounding areas. And as I mentioned earlier, that very soon we will be supplying another 30 megawatts to the special economic zone also. Yes, this is the area.
This is the area.
And as I mentioned, that you can go through this way and go out to the Andaman Sea, to India and Middle East. Yes.
In project like this, this is one of the very rare that we join and we are collaborate with the government of some country. Is it the first time, sir? First ever Thai company?
No. There are other Thai companies. In fact, the Thai government donated a gift to power plants to Yangon also. And besides the power business, I think a lot of Thai business has established themselves in Myanmar.
Very good. This company of yours plan to invest any project outside the energy sector in Myanmar?
Well, at the
Why
moment,
not?
no,
No.
not for Andaman Power and Utility, because we concentrate on energy business. There's still a lot more. As I said, that they only have 3,000 or over megawatts for usage, and the country is the same size as Thailand, with almost the same population. So at least 10 times more that they need electricity and energy. So we concentrate on energy and related projects.
Also infrastructure of the country, how is it like at the moment?
They're developing rapidly.
Rapidly?
Yes. Now a lot of financial institutions, World Bank, JICA, and JBIC also helping Myanmar.
So everything seems to be rushing to it. They say that Myanmar still have a lot of natural resources. How true is this?
Well, it's very true. Yes, it's very true. They have lots of minerals, lots of forestry, have everything.
Very interesting, and we really love to see that your company will be prosper in future to come. But so at it is you are trusted. Before meeting you, and somebody was saying that it's very difficult to get a Myanmar government to look into a Thai.
Well, I've been there quite some times, over 15 years. Yes, and my other companies, we work and we do what we promise. We never give up.
So I wish you really all the best for whatever you are undertaking. So it's a time for us to. So we wish you really, and I do hope that Thailand benefited from what you're doing.
Yes, of course.
Very much.
Thank you very much.
So thank you, Thailand Today. Would like to thank Kun Upakit Pacharyangun, Chairman of the Andaman Power and Utility Company Limited, who talk about his company's investment in the White, which is the really crucial jigsaw to help the area to take off, thus creating huge investment and commercial opportunities for Thai investors. The Western Front is no longer quiet. So thank you very much, sir, for being here.
Yes, thank you very much.
I hope to see you again. Thank you very much for watching Thailand Today. I'm Kusuma Yotha. See you tomorrow then. สวัสดีค่ะ